So we are out exploring again the woods here in Greene County, Indiana. We just took a look at what we think is a 59 Buick, kind of the ruins of one right here in the woods, but we're coming on what looks like an old homestead, what would be an old home site, chimney. And you know, we're definitely not experts, but it looks like, you know, some steps that go up to either really large poured concrete slabs or just pieces of large ones. But this is, yeah, down here at the corner. I mean, it is huge. And this whole site is probably, what would you guys think, from the start to the end? Maybe 40, 50 feet. This looks like it could be around this area, the Bedford stone, kind of the limestone. But this is, obviously the top is busted. There is just stuff all over the place here. Look at the front of it. If I can get some shots of the chimney. Can't really see much up in there, but I guess we could maybe try to get a picture. Try to get the camera up. Which it looks
hanging like up here. Look.
Yeah, maybe a mantle was hanging up there at one point. I may have my finger covering some of this because I'm just using my phone. I will go back in. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. Actually pretty clean. I kind of wondered if there could be some bats in there. Yeah. But this comes out to the right, and then it just sort of falls in, because over here on this side, everything is just kind of collapsed. Looks like we've got, I'll come around, an old, kind of a part of an old chimney flue. Chimney flue definitely looks like that. It's busted. But there are parts all over the place of these little pieces of these. Yeah. I don't know if these may be, I'm pretty confident that might be a chimney flue. Some of these parts could be drainage, but they sure look like that terracotta chimney flue. Here's some wall. Just sort of one layer, so it probably wasn't like the actual wall, more like a veneer, just kind of decoration, but everything has fallen down. So whatever was here, I don't know if this is an old, if that's an old sinkhole, but we got a deer stand down here. Old tree stand. Big piece of metal. I don't know if that metal would have been maybe part of a, you know, maybe, I don't know if that would be some part of a siding gutter. I don't know what that would be. But you can see the brick is all over the place. I mean, you've got brick all over the place, all the way up. Just trying to maybe take a look at one of them, but there really aren't really any markings to see, you know, how old it is. So we'll go ahead and come back around. Look, another part. Looks like either some drainage or chimney flue, some pipe. I don't know if that would be for electricity, but you can see it's very long.
This.
Yeah, I don't know. It looks like, I don't know what that is. I thought at first maybe it could have been an old part of an old clothesline.
Oh yeah.
But it doesn't look like it. But this is probably just from the chimney to the end here, maybe 20, 25 feet, pretty narrow. I don't think it was a shelter, because why would you have all of that brick, that red brick, and then behind it looks like a sinkhole. There's more of that terracotta. And then over here to the front, we just got a pile of brick.
And coal.
And coal.
Yeah.
Looks like coal here. and tons of ants.
Yeah.
But like, you can't really see any kind of like markings to like identify. So maybe 1900 to 19, 19 plus. I think that up to the 40s and 50s, even this type of Bedford stone was pretty common in this area, but pretty amazing. I don't know, a lot of trees growing. Maybe this soil could be some parts of some debris. There's glass. Maybe something burnt and just kind of collapsed over on top of it, and that's kind of what we're walking on. But yeah, pretty fascinating. Over here to the right, we still have more brick, and I don't know if that is some sort of like retaining wall, but it is long, especially towards the back. The back seems wider than the front. Yeah, it's just unbelievable. I don't know how people would access this area. Just about, what do you guys think? Maybe 50 yards is the remains of that 19. Back about 50 yards is the 19, what we think is a 59 Buick. Yeah, there's something similar on the other side. I don't know if that was part of some siding, maybe like a gutter, but yeah, it sure seems like it. Oh, yeah. It looks like this just has some kind of like issue with the ground just sort of giving in, maybe a sinkhole. It's pretty fascinating, hard to tell, but it's also right behind or right in front of a pretty algae covered pond. So pretty neat. Take one more look just down this way. See if we find some critters up underneath it. I'm sure something is living down here. Probably some raccoons or something. We saw some raccoon droppings earlier. Some rebar for the concrete. But even this soil, everything's just starting to fall apart. But yeah, more bottles. Yeah, finding some bottles here. I don't know the age of these. Looks like maybe pop bottles. Yeah. Okay. Pretty fascinating. You never know what you might find in your backyard. This is just thick woods, but we're, not too far from civilization. So thank you for joining us.